Yo YouTube, everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is how a flex player plays in diamond lobbies. I'm going to be breaking down my gameplay that I got the other day, and this one was a really good game, man. We started off with the assault rifle, and throughout the game we gradually started to switch. As you're seeing in majority of my videos, when the game doesn't go my way, I like to switch up the game plan, and yeah, just if it's like, you know, switch up the pacing or bringing up different weapons. In this case we actually switch weapons, but let's break down the gameplay. Going through P1, and the game's a bit mixy to start this one off with, man. No one getting some real time here. I noticed that the opponent was on the top here, so I tried to get an angle. We make him one shot, try to switch the weapons, and yeah, we're just getting caught off guard in this middle. Some good centering onto the second guy. We take him out, and again, it's just an absolute like mixy fest in the middle. No one's really getting real control here, but the main thing is the P2 spawns. Now, we're actually in a good position in terms of spawns. They're going to be spawning in the top left area of the map here. Now, looking at the minimap, my teammate's in a good spot here, and me and this guy, man, we both get caught with our knife out, and luckily enough, he started tweaking. I turned around, I got my weapon out, and it was a free kill, man. But I just thought it was funny, man. Both of us were running with our knives out, not expecting the gunfight. Luckily enough, you know, I got my gun out quicker than him. Now, I'm going to go through here. My teammate goes down. It's basically a 1v1 on the hill. I'm just going to watch over now and make sure, you know, I'm prioritizing the angles, got the trophy system down, and making sure I'm covering over my teammates here. So while they're all dying, I'm just going to sit here and make sure nobody gets on the hill. I could obviously get on the hill myself, but in this kind of scenario, I'm just going to make sure the opponents are getting off the hill, just because if I die, they can have a clear kind of go on the hill here. So my teammate's on the right, he's sitting on the hill. This is exactly what I wanted. I'm going to watch over him and just make sure that his path's a lot easier. 2 go down, 24 seconds left. Now this is where I can start to progress, because I'm not worried about the spawns anymore. Now I'm more worried about the scrap time. Before I was obviously trying to hold the spawns as well, but yeah, overall I think it's a pretty good kind of hill we had there. P2, we managed to get maybe 25 seconds, but the main focus there was not giving up time to your opponents. So what I like to do with the assault rifle, if I see somebody on the point, is, you know, just play around it. I don't necessarily have to jump on there. As long as I'm stopping the opponent from getting on there, I think I've done a pretty good job. Going through here towards the P3, I actually thought I had a dead silence here, so we kind of trolled, chucked that down, and you're going to see that 1 second decision actually ruined my pacing. The guy comes down the corner and absolutely fries me. Now in this scenario, my main objective is to get to the hill as quick as possible. I notice everybody dies. I come around the corner, the guy's pre-aiming me, and I mean, they just did a really good job there. First of all, they killed all my teammates, then they killed me, and they just did a really good job of breaking the hill. So although we're up by about 50 seconds, this was, I don't know if this is one of the hardest hills to break on the map, but I think especially in solo queue when you guys are playing like separated, it is quite difficult to break it. So we're going to go through. I actually take the guy off the hill. That's going to buy us about 5 seconds. We're going to go through to the right hand side here, and the video is called How to Play Like a Flex, how a flex player plays in Diamond. So I want you guys to really pay attention to the pacing issues, not issues, but the pacing changes in my game here. With 10 seconds left, we're going to back off. Now what a flex player normally does is they're essentially at the role filler. I like to kind of, you know, for me, flex is my favorite role, because I like to be the role filler. I don't like to be one set play style. So you can see before we were holding the spawns, now we're going to sit at the hill, but I realized that, you know what, the spawns are once again empty, and this was one of my favorite plays of the map here. I want you guys to notice what we do. So looking at the minimap, I'm not sure if they're going to come through the left or the right. They're most likely going to come through the right here, but I'm just going to play a bit of a cruddy angle on the truck. We take out one, going to back off, and I'm expecting somebody to challenge me from the right hand side. But you're going to see, we're going to look at the front through the window and make sure we have an angle on the hill. That's a nice 2-piece. Going to go through again, use this as cover. The third guy challenges me. We're just going to use the truck as cover. We take him out, and just like that, we do a fantastic job of clearing the hill. We get a 3-piece, and I thought that was a really good play, a really good spot to be in terms of kind of positioning. And overall, I think that was a really kind of good hardpoint for us to get back into the game. Going to go through here. My teammates are going to get the rest of that time, which is fantastic. 15 seconds left now. I could definitely go up the top pair and flank them, but I actually wanted to try something different. I don't know if this is the best play. I actually thought in the game, let me just try it and see how this one works out. I like to try new things just to see what is the most optimal way of playing. So I decided to watch the front here, because I thought if I can get a kill and somebody might, you know, get caught off guard here, it'll be a good way to push through. And what I noticed is, you know, there's a guy on the left here, so we're going to push through. We're going to jump around the corner, and it actually worked out okay, to be honest. We get one, we back off, got the trophy system, and as soon as my teammate pinches, I mean, I don't know if that was just a trolly setup from my opponent, but in terms of our setup, I think that was a really good break. I actually get caught in the reload, man. If I wasn't reloading, that would have been a free kill, and we could have carried on holding the time. But the gunfights go back and forward. It's 2 versus 2 on the hill. We lose all our gunfights, and now it's an opportunity to go through the back and make sure we can get any time. So we're going to go through, we chuck a stun grenade. The stun grenade hits him. This is really important as well, because there was no trophy system there. I noticed, you know, it might be a bit of an opening. We're going to go through, but yeah, just didn't quite get the success that I wanted. They take us out 2 goes down, and just like that, we're once again in a situation where it's basically an even game. So setting up for P1, let me go to the top, and this guy, man, this guy was tweaking. Look, he just drop shotted me like I was like Scumpy right there, man. He absolutely fried my shit. I was mind blown, man. When that happened, I was like, oh, fair play, man. This guy really wanted that kill, man. He didn't just shoot me, he actually drop shotted me, so fair play. My teammate, he wasn't happy with me going to the top there. So we're gonna go through this P1. If we can get maybe 10 to 15 seconds and the spawns, you know, I'll be happy with that. If we can keep the opponents off, all right, 10 seconds is a bit low. If we can get like 20 seconds there, that'll be pretty good. We go through a nice little wall bank. As I'm shooting him, I'm walking away from the wall because I know my centering is still going to be on the opponent, and it just makes him a bit harder for him to shoot me. So that's a great kill. We're going to go through to this side of the map here, just because I feel like from this angle I can see the whole hill, and with about 35 seconds left, I'm not too worried about the spawns. I want to see if I can get a bit of scrap time and keep them off the hill. We go through, we get a 2-piece. The third does look at me, and although I did die, me getting a 2-piece there allows my teammates to slowly start to set up for the next hard point. And just like that, it's basically an even game. We're up by about 20 points, but we've actually got the rotation. I see one enemy go to the left here, so the way I play this has to be very, very careful. Now, I actually think this was a wrong decision. I should have backed off here to the ladder and went to the back of the map. That was actually a wrong decision what I'm doing now. The reason why I prefer the other play that I mentioned was because that was a more fundamental play. What I would have done is go through the back, kind of prioritize the spawns, and just go from the left-hand side. I think that would have been a better way of breaking the hill. You see right now, because now it's a bit mixy, because I don't know exactly where they're coming from, and it's a bit hard to explain, but if I came through the left, through the back of the map, I would have only had one way to look. I would have known they would be in front of me. But where I went through now, because I went through a door, they could have been on my left or my right, in front of me. So it's a lot harder to break the hill. So I'll take the kind of blame on that one. 20 seconds goes by. And yeah, this is when I decided, okay, I need to change the pacing slightly. Again, sometimes I'm playing the spawns, but because I am trying to play that flex role, I'm really trying to be the gap filler. So you see right now, we're going to play aggressive. We get in the hard point. Just make sure we have enough time there. Going through with 20 seconds left. Let's prioritize a rotation, man. We saw how easy it was for the opponents to get the hill last time, and how much time they got on that. That's how actually they got back in the game. So we're going to go through, we're going to prioritize a rotation. We chuck a stun grenade over, and yeah, this was a poor gunfight from myself, man. Really poor gunfight. The guy just fries me. To make it even worse, he fries my teammate. That is a 1v2 he gets. My teammate gets a trade, but just like that, the trades go towards my opponent, man. And again, man, a big gunfight that I do lose, but I do make up for it. Going to jump through, and when you're coming up the ladder, up the stairs, then you don't want to walk up. You want to make sure you're jumping around the corner and making yourself a difficult target to hit there. So I was actually really impressed with that gunfight. I was alright, at least I kind of made up for it. Go through around the corner again, we take out the second guy, and this is something I do a lot of the time. If I can't get on the hill because the opponents are all nearby, I'm just going to play around the hill, let them get on the hill, essentially bait them in, get the kill, and just allow some time for my teammates to come through. And that's exactly what you saw there. We take out one, we jump to the left here, we take out the second, and I mean, I think I did a really good job of just pushing the opponents away from the hill and hoping my teammates can get there instead. Now, some people may call that kill whoring, but for me personally, I feel like that's just a better use of my life there, you know, watching around the hill, making sure we set up so that my teammates can get the time. Otherwise, you know, if I just like jump on the hill and I die, then we're back to square one where we're not in a good setup. And I really like this play here. It's not something I do often, but you know, coming from the left hand side here, it's allowed me just more space to break the hill. I'm like, right, I'm gonna go through the back, let my teammates come behind me, go through this left door here. I'm gonna go through the back. We spot this guy. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have much ammo to work with, so I was in a bit of a stressful situation, but I was like, you know what, if I can bait, maybe get a shot or two off, my teammates should get the trade. But I actually couldn't even see anything, man. The guy was snaking that English really well, and I wasn't able to take him out. Go through here, just predicting he might come through middle, get a nice kill. Gonna jump through again with a pre-fire. With 35 seconds left, it's not, you know, impossible to break this here, so we're gonna go through the back. My teammate goes through the right. We're just gonna try pinching it, and we don't know exactly where he is. He actually exposes himself. He comes out the corner. The teammates go through, and this is where I was like, okay, you know what? I feel like we had a lot of map control there, but we didn't have a lot of presence on the hill. And I was like, you know, this next hill especially is a very, very big SMG hill. I'm just going to get the SMG and see what happens. And this is what I meant by being a flex, when to change the pacing. Look at the score. It's basically an even game, right? It's an even game. I want you guys to pay attention. 160 to 160. And I want you guys to look at the score after this hard point and my change in pacing. So we're going to go through here. We take out one. Again, play a cruddy angle. My teammate just died there. Looked at the minimap. I noticed he was by himself. We're going to push through. We take out one. We take out two. I heard heard someone behind me. We go through, we get the third, and that was just a great play. That's when your timing is on right there, and I actually feel myself. Look at me jumping out the hill, go for the pre-fire, and I'm actually happy with that. The reason why I went for the pre-fire there and got off the hill was because although I lost essentially, say, 2 seconds of the hill, me pre-firing him, making him one shot, that's going to back him off for maybe 5 to 10 seconds because he knows that somebody's there. And for me, that's definitely worth it. So in that scenario, we're going to push through, we're going to take him out, and now just like that, man, again, look at the scoreboard, we're up by 25 seconds. 2 of my teammates on the hill, I'm going to watch, help him out here, go through, pre-aim the left, we make him one shot, we do get absolutely fried there, but that's okay. We actually managed to take the lead and actually go up by about 30 points. So with 10 seconds left here, this is where we can go through, watch the P1, going to go to the left, I notice he's somewhere on the hill, so I'm going to go through. As I'm going through, I'm proning, because the proning mechanic is very broken when you're challenging gunfights. We take out the second. And I mean, honestly, man, the pacing upgrade on this hill alone, I think we got maybe like 10 kills on this hill. Absolutely frying. Going to center onto the third. Almost take him out. My teammate gets a trade. And just like that, we're once again filling in the gap. So as a flex player, it doesn't matter what gun you're using. You want to make sure you're filling in the gap. So right now, I'm like, what kind of gap is open? I notice the left-hand side's empty. So we're going to go through, chuck a stun over, try to take him out. No one there. And now it's all about kind of prioritizing the spawns for P2. So we're going to go all the way around there. We get taken out from the top, which is okay. It is what it is. The guy got some good positioning on us, and now it's like, right, we're in a good position to win the game, but let's prioritize his P2 rotation, man. Let's make sure we have spawns and everything goes our way. So that's 3 down. Even this play here, I don't like this play. Okay, there you go. That's a bit better. So I didn't like the play of me kind of pushing out there, so I'm glad I backed off and went for the spawn. That's exactly what I want to do. There you go. I'm learning myself here. Okay, this was a great play. I'm going to take my time here. You want to make sure you win this gunfight. You don't want to allow him to get into a position where he can turn around and kill you with an AR. So I have to be really careful, really patient, and make sure I really utilize my shots there. We take him out again. I mean, that's 2 drop shots in a row, man, in this one game from my teammates, man. Not an ideal situation. With 14 seconds left, if my teammate can get on the hill, I'm going to push through the front and once again cut the lanes and just try to be that role filler. Going to go through here, go through the middle. I'm going to slide across. This is a great play. We chuck a stun there to distract them there. Slide across, take the guy out on the left, and just like that, with 245 to 174. I mean, looking at the score, it was 160 to 160. So when I bought the SMG out, we actually went up by 90 points and they went up by 10. We managed to finish the lobby with the most kills in the game in a diamond lobby. I hope you guys did enjoy that video. Hope the pacing was very clear of why I switched, when I switched, all that good stuff. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to drop a like. It helps out massively. We've been up absolutely grinding the content, man, uploading 2 videos a day. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. We're going to try and mix it up and bring some more variety. Thank you guys very much, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Peace.